Welcome back to a fabulous episode of the Talk of the Ring show on this amazing Monday.
Amazing Monday. That's
Amazing.
light.
We have actually 2 more episodes coming this week.
We do. We have an extra one coming up on Friday, which will just be you and me and some other fans from PPW,
Right.
which that'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
But today we have a special guest. Please welcome Paul Bow. Yay! We really need to come up with
You guys need some sound effects. You got to get some clapping. I'll tell you what, the countdown had me fired up. I was sitting here like Brock Lesnar going back and forth as that countdown was coming up. And I was waiting for like some explosions and stuff like that.
We're working on it.
I'm happy to be on. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited. 2 of my favorite people. 2 of my favorite fans. Even though Sabrina gives me dirty looks. She gives me dirty looks at the show all the time because I'll look at her and I'll just be like, Because I see her the one time we were at a show and she was talking and I thought she was talking to me. And then somebody else was across the thing and they were playing like, I don't know, like they were doing hand signals back and forth. And I was kind of caught in the middle. So I stood up so they couldn't wave to each other anymore. You don't know anything about that, though. That's in the past. That's all.
Yeah, that's in the past. It's literally in the past. Down the toilet in the past. So,
hey, listen, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's all I can say.
It wasn't. I know. I took geography class, but
I'm a big history guy too. Just so you know,
we are very happy for you to be here. I remember when we started the podcast, Harley was like, yo, Paul Bow's getting on us because like we're having all these wrestlers and we haven't had him on here. And I
should have been first guest.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, we really didn't know who we're starting with, to be honest.
Who was the first guest? Who was the inaugural guest?
Trevor
Kage. It was Kage.
Yeah.
It was Kage.
And then the next day was Rembrandt.
Well, Rembrandt. I don't like Rembrandt.
I love Rembrandt.
I have to say I don't like him. I have to say I don't like him. Just let it go. We have a thing going. I don't like him. I don't like him.
I love the heels. What you will know is all these podcasts, I have been like, we're rooting for the heels. I do not root for baby faces anymore. Like, this is like, I'm turning heel.
I might be a heel announcer. I think I might turn to one. I can't.
You should.
I'm too nice to people.
Rembrandt?
I could easily be a heel announcer. Be like,
you definitely can. Sabrina could be a heel. Harley, there's no way you could be here. You cried. You cried all the time. You're crying in joy. You're crying when you're mad. You cry too much. You can't be a heel.
See, that's why Harley and I work. She's the baby face, and I'm the heel.
She's definitely the baby face. Definitely a face. Definitely. And Sabrina, I can see Sabrina. We could build this up and have Sabrina get in the ring, kind of like an Alexa Bliss thing. And we could bring a little doll, and I could see it. I could see you being kind of like possessed.
Sad part is, yeah, I actually went as Alexa Bliss, like her possessed part, one year for Halloween. So,
and I can see that. I'll talk to Tony, and we'll see what we can do. We might have to pull some strings.
Listen, I am glad to play. I'd love to play heel. Like that's my thing.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
2023. That's
what we're gonna shoot for in PPW 2023. Sabrina as a heel. What would your name be?
I don't know. Harley would have to help me out here. I suck at coming up with names.
You might be able to use Sabrina though, because that's like a Sabrina the Witch. Like I can see it.
I mean, yes, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but I'm not teenager anymore.
Right.
So it'd be just a witch. She's just rude.
Yeah.
Just rude.
Well, and then we get fans will come and they'll put a B in front of the W and cross it out, and that'll be the sign there. I could see Harley having that sign and think Sabrina is a witch with the W crossed out and a B there.
I don't think she would actually do that to me.
She has to. She's a baby face.
Yeah.
She would root for me though. I know her.
And then you get yourself on a PPW trading card. How about that?
God. I don't know if I'm ready for all that fame.
Goals for 2023.
2023. Your dad, Harley, said that my name should be Lappy Tappy.
Paul is handsome. Well, he's not kidding there. Ask him, do you like my beard, Blackwell?
Oh,
it's a little gray, but that's all right. No shave November.
Yeah, me too. Just no shaving right here. Letting my beard grow.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be so long by the end.
I'm gonna come to PPW on Saturday and just be like a bush of hair right here.
I already have your envelope written up, as always.
Great.
You get it personally handed to you.
I'd rather have that than having it in the mail because everything gets lost. So,
He says keep it. I am right now. I don't feel like shaving.
however, before we start the actual questions, I do have a question from my friend Tom Mitchell.
Oh boy.
Because him and I were talking this morning, and I asked him, I said, hey, is there any questions you want to ask for Paul Bowe? And he said, ask him where the term thick came from since you commented on everything.
Where it came from? Well, let me see when it's. I'm trying to think. Actually, my friend Joe Curcio actually started the whole thick thing. He owns an ice cream shop. So the original way this started is some guy ordered an ice cream milkshake, and he was complaining that it was too thick. And he was an older guy. That's where this all actually started. Now it went totally 180 the other way, but that's actually where it started. The guy ordered an ice cream milkshake. The milkshake was too thick, and all he kept saying was, he said to him like 3 times, "The milkshake's too thick. The milkshake's too thick." So he kept saying thick back to him, and then it just spun off into other things, and now it's X-rated. So
now it means something dirty.
Now it means something, yes, not of the milkshake type. Yes.
No, but Tom Mitchell was like, you have to ask that question. I said, I will. So
Yeah, well,
I had
there's
to get
Tom
that out of the
Mitchell's
way.
answer. Tell him, and tell Tom Mitchell not thick. No, Alex Watt is definitely thick. Yes.
Can we turn Mitchell heel because he's just too nice.
He's like a John Cena. You can't turn him heel.
No,
That'd be like Santa Claus turning into the Grinch. That can't happen. No.
I don't know. Because when we had him on for our interview, I literally told him, I said, I feel as though, yeah, you and Moran are a great tag team right now, but I feel at some point Moran's gonna turn.
Yeah, right?
Moran's gonna turn. And hey, if I'm a heel and Moran's a heel, me and Moran are going at it.
All right, there you go.
Words wise, because I he'll sit on me and I'll lose. So
Jesus God.
Can I be the next Ruda? Like the girl version of Ruda?
There you go. I told you, Sabrina, the witch.
All right, let's get into the interrogation.
Let's hear these questions. I'm ready. I'm ready to fire away. I love this duck. Speaking of this duck, the SteamYard duck, we made a comment on that last time with Alex when we were thinking. The SteamYard duck.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, thick. Definitely thick.
On my screen, it's right here, Harley.
Yeah, that's mine. It's right there. Yep. You're pointing right at it. Yep. Harley, that's all she's doing is laughing. Come on, I want these questions.
Okay, so how did PPW become a thing?
Well, here's the way PPW started. I've told this story a couple times. A couple of us used to work for another wrestling company. Myself, Tony, and Ryan Race, Ryan Boyle. And things weren't going great at that company. And we wanted to do something for, just for our own. And they got together and they came up with an idea. I don't know who thought of the name, but we wanted to do a show for the Helping Hands. And so actually I was on my way up to SmackDown in the arena, getting off the exit, I remember, and Ryan called me. He said, hey, would you want to be involved with wrestling? Tony and I are thinking of starting one. And I'm like, well, yeah, sure. We'll talk later about it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Tony called me the next day. He's like, hey, he was done wrestling at that time. He's like, we're thinking of starting a wrestling company. Would you want to help? Would you want to be involved? Blah, blah, blah. And that's, we put together a show for the Helping Hands. And that was our very first show that we did. And that was a disaster. It was a good show. It raised like $6,000 for the Helping Hands, I believe. But we were brand new in promoting stuff. So the day before the show, we got shut down by the fire marshal because our building wasn't zoned. The guy who was supposed to rent us a ring backed out. So the day of the show, Ryan and myself had to rent a truck, and we went down to Shenandoah to one of his buddies' houses who had a ring, and we pulled the ring out of his backyard over chicken wire in mud and brought it up to the Strand in McAdoo where we had the show. So basically the day of the show, we had no ring. And that was like 4 hours before the show. So, but it all worked out, and that's the way it got started. Yeah, we could do a whole episode on the very first PPW show because it was not pretty. There was about 15 matches, and it was really, really really, it worked out good though. But my first thing is I pulled into the Strand, and there was a man standing outside in chaps, and I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is this? And it happened to be one of the guys that we used his license. Um, actually, he was there. So yeah, that was the kind of visual you get. So, but it was packed. We had 300 and some people in the Strand because we got shut down a day before. So but that's the way it all started.
Crazy.
9 years ago.
It's crazy because literally.
No, tell Brandon no. The answer is no. We can't fit in there.
Yes,
Harley's been coming to see you guys for a while, whereas I only have been this year. And it's crazy because even this year, I've seen so many changes already in PPWs, like just like the appearance of like the space.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine how it's going to be a few years down the road.
Yeah.
And how I heard about PPW was actually from SPF because I've known them since I was 14. Did we come up with the math? I was 14 years old, Harley. I was 14 when I first met them, and so I got out of the wrestling industry and like watching it, and I went. Jimmy was like, "Come on, Sabrina, you know you want to come back and watch it." And PPW is home now, so
there it is. Yeah. So thanks to Jimmy.
Yeah.
See that? He might have got us. He got us our female Ruda for 2023. A Rudette.
A Rudette, yeah. You know, I feel like me and Ruda could like battle it out.
That'd be great.
I'm taller than him, so
would you hit him? I'm talking for real, not a working punch. Real.
Absolutely.
All right. I think you would. I could see you whacking somebody like that.
Oh, absolutely. Ruda and I talked about it too. Ruda's like, if you would ever be like a heel, would you? And I'm like, if I needed to, heck yeah. I would go, done.
Yeah. That'd be great.
2023 people, you heard it here first.
And she'll be on the trading card.
Harley, do I have the questions? Did you send them to me?
Yeah, but I'll ask the next one.
Okay.
Where do you see PPW in 5 years?
Bankrupt. No, just kidding.
don't say that. Because like if I'm making my debut, I don't want to be like.
No, I'm only kidding you. I mean, listen.
Says that all the time.
I say that all the time to everybody. Yeah. Somebody else asked me that question before. We take things one day at a time because in this business, you never know. I mean, different opportunities come around, and I had some people contact me already about some benefit shows that we're working on in 2023. One for the Special Olympics, and another one for a couple schools that have asked us. So, it's we kind of try to plan things out, but you never know what's going to. In 9 years ago, if you told me we'd still be running, I would have said, I doubt it, because from what it started out as to what it's become, it's really changed a lot.
Now, Mr. Kage is watching, and he says we hate Ruda, but we love Ruda.
I love Mr. Kage.
Ruda. I feel like a PPW show isn't a show without Ruda. However, obviously he's a man of many talents, but like one sharp dresser. He is, and I remember when he came on the Hawaiian shirt, I literally was like, "Oh, we getting fancy now." Because now, like, I saw him like casual, like, you can't do that. What are you doing, Harley?
My brother is here. I don't know why. I'm trying to tell him to come sit.
Goddamn time.
Oh, he just cursed on the air.
Yo.
Hi, people.
Cubs.
Yo.
I only know one of them.
Yeah.
Only live internet stuff, guys. That can happen.
Right. Wait, he only knows one of them? He knows me.
Yeah.
He knows me too. He's been to wrestling.
Exactly. He's a strange.
That's fine. I'll just make my way out of the live. It's fine. You guys can go.
Let me just leave.
I threaten that every podcast. I'm like, I'll just.
Oh, there's the cat, Gato. What's the cat's name?
Luna.
Oreo.
Luna, as in Luna Vachon.
All right. See you later.
I'm taking the
All right. Whoa. Thanks, Dylan, for interrupting my show.
You're welcome. Anytime.
We need a blooper. I wish we had we recorded we should have bloopers, because there's so many times before the countdown goes down that me and Harley are like talking, and I'm like, oh my god, if this would go on air right now, we would be screwed, because
exactly.
We had so many when we did our PPW podcast with Scott. We had so many bloopers. It was funny. Oh my god, we had to cut and start again because we'd be laughing. So we wouldn't do it live. We'd tape it, and then with air, it would have to be cut down because there were some things said that probably shouldn't air.
Oh yeah, believe me, Nolan I think was our longest podcast so far,
With who?
and it's Nolan.
Pierce.
Oh, Nolan. Okay.
And it was funny because the whole time I was just getting on him. I was like, "Oh, come on, Riddles, like let's go." And it's just that's why we like the live version of it because like you can get the bloopers,
Yeah.
you can get like getting out of context. It's just that it suits us very well because it's Harley and I in a nutshell. Literally, this is how we are when we talk on the phone to each other. Anyways,
All the time.
I love it.
No, but you said, Sabrina, you said your first show was in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our first show that we ever ran? Oh, Harley.
No, my first show was in April of this year.
This was Itty Bitty Harley at her first PPW show.
Oh God.
Where was that at?
In Hazleton.
And who you with? Who's that?
That's Brandon.
Oh, I thought it was Coco Beware. I didn't know who it was.
I have a picture of my first show. Let me find it. Because it was only in April, but I remember exactly my first show, exactly who was there because I was like, oh, wow, this is so fun.
I have so many adventures and stories from PPW.
Oh my gosh. Like just in a few months just being there, it's like I could go there and be like, oh, this kid, this is like family.
Is this podcast live? I could share it on Facebook. How come I can't share it? You guys didn't tag me.
I don't know. I don't have Facebook.
That stuff.
I don't like Facebook at all.
Oh
yeah, this is my first PPW show. This was Holiday.
Oh, Rich.
Yeah.
Nice.
Telling you, it's the heel. I'm telling you, PPW
I'm feeling it.
On the heel.
I'm texting Tony now. I'm telling him we're getting you in training to be a heel.
I'm dead ass, guys. Let's go.
Yeah. You got it, Sabrina. I'll be making a sign. Sabrina is a witch with.
Yep,
like,
there it is. I want credit for that though.
I would make that a shirt. Yeah,
that'll be the hottest selling T-shirt. Yeah, absolutely.
A nice hot pink one to match my hair. Like, come on now, guys.
You got me. You had me at hello. I'm sold.
I had you at hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you. 2023 is my year. That is my year, guys.
The year of the witch. There's another
manifesting it.
The year of the witch.
Sad part is I couldn't even figure out an entrance. Just something creepy. Something has to be creepy.
Yeah, has to. I would say it would have to be like a. I'll think of a song. You come out to.
I think I've rooted for every heel except for Tim Theory.
Oh my
Poor
God.
Tim. Poor Tim.
He's the strangest.
Did you not see that one show? It was when him and I forget who he was with at the time, but he went against Nolan and Trevor. That's when they came out with their
He was with
and I said to Theory, I said, listen, I don't know why you have a fishnet as a shirt. So he took the fishnet shirt off and he threw it into the audience right at me, and it was wet and it was soggy and it was disgusting.
So you kept it.
No. My first show though ever in April, he came up to me. This is the first impression of Theory I've had. He came up to me in the middle of a match, hair down in his face. You want a hug? No, I'm good. Thanks. I hate hugs as it is. You ask anybody, I hate hugs. So
right, so when I see you Saturday, you're getting a big hug. So
don't do it.
A creeper hug. Yeah.
No. I will only give a hug to Harley. That's the sad part. That.
And Harley's a hugger.
She is a hugger. I learned that very fast.
I'll hug anyone. Well, maybe not Tim Theory.
How about Freddie?
No.
It depends.
Ooh, Frederick.
I gave him a hug last year, I think, when I gave everyone little Christmas candy gifts.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Hugs for her and Joe Davis.
I don't hug Joe Davis. That's one. He's a character I do not hug.
Joe Davis, worst dressed PPW person.
Yep.
Bad beard.
Anybody but Joe Davis.
Okay, now I figured out who that was. It took me a minute. To click. And then I realized, we don't like him. Even though he's a heel, we don't like him.
You know, poor Joe. Poor Joe.
I don't like him. Oh my god.
I told you, it's Ruda or nothing.
Yeah.
For manager wise.
Ruda has that pit bull look. That's why.
He looks like someone my mom used to date, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Poor Joel.
He's gonna see this, he's gonna text me and be like, what?
I love Joel. He's a good guy.
He's a very sweet guy. Like, I think he's the one, like, I think he's the first t-shirt I actually purchased at PPW.
You don't even have a PPW shirt.
Roll with Ruda. No, okay, I got a lot of flack this whole time on this podcast because I don't have Mitchell's merch. So Mitchell said he's gonna bring it this Saturday.
I got a Mitchell shirt.
I don't have Nolan.
I have Nolan, yeah.
I didn't wear Trevor's shirt on our podcast. You did.
Yeah. I basically got all of them except Tom Mitchell.
Rembrandt.
Well, he doesn't have his own gear, but I wore Anthony Blackwell. He's in the chat. I wore his podcast.
Where is this chat? How come I can't see anybody on here?
You should be able to.
It's this private chat. I don't see anybody.
I don't know, but Anthony Blackwell just said Mr. Worldwide because of Ruda. Yeah, you already know.
Oh, there it is. It did come up. Okay.
He's Mr. Worldwide. We love.
See, Mr. Kage
a
said
mini.
he loves me too.
That's great. Y'all can bask in that glory.
I will hug him when I see him on Saturday.
Go for it. As long as y'all don't hug me, I'll be fine.
Oh my god! I remember when Ruda debuted, everyone was calling him Mr. Clean. I said, "I'm gonna get a Sharpie and sign his head."
That's exactly what Trevor just said. He's like, Ruda has that Mr. Clean look.
What do you got? Give me some questions here. Give me some hard questions.
Okay. Is there a dream place that you would like to have, PPW?
Mart's Hall in Pottsville. Huge place. Blackwell knows where it is. We talked about it.
You said Pottsville?
Pottsville, Mart's Hall, the Mecca. It's the Mecca of sports. It's a little outdated now, but it's still beautiful. And now
Pottsville is near me. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Mart's Hall's beautiful. That's actually where they want to have the Special Olympics show, but they'll never be able to get that building. I can't see them, the Pottsville School District, letting them have it. But you never know. I mean, it's for Special Olympics, so it will be for a good cause. I'd love it. Oh
yeah, I love the Special Olympics. Yeah. I went to those. It's my high school had a special ed area. So if you had a study hall, you could use that time to either sit in the cafeteria and do homework, or you could do the IU20 kids and help them out with basic things. So I would always do that. And then I would always get to go to Special Olympics with them and see how far they've come. And it was a great cause. I love it. And I would do anything for those kids. But I'm a heel, so yeah. I don't like those kids.
Tell Brandon we'll have an event at the Wilkes-Barre Arena when he pays for it. Could you imagine that, Bill?
Oh my
That'd be great, but it would never happen.
Yeah. Lord. Yeah. No, but you guys had a lot of really good names also come to PPW in the last few months. You've had, oh God,
Encore.
We had Encore. We've had my boy Cole Carter.
Cole Carter messaged me. He wants to come back.
Yeah.
Please let him come back. Please let him come back.
She had COVID that day. She was crying. She's like,
I had COVID that day. I was so sad.
Every episode, she's like, "Oh my God, Cole Carter. Cole Carter. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
Cole Carter."
Because I want him back. I want to
we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
But yeah, no, we've done Encore. We've had Randy Orton's dad there.
Yep.
I mean, we've had Alicia.
Yep.
A toot. Sorry, I love saying her name. But no, and it's great because every month, first of all, y'all take too long to be putting these things out on Instagram. Because I'm over here you know how you got excited for the countdown? I see one match. I saw Griffin's match. And I was like, let's go.
Speaking of Griffin, hold on. Time to promote our new trading cards that'll be coming. There's a Griffin McCoy chase. That'll be a chase 11 autograph. Randomly inserted in PPW sets. They are available right now on the website to pre-order for just $29.99. How's that?
Finally.
Billy Mays in here to do an infomercial.
I love Griffin, and he's gonna go far. I feel it in my heart.
He's
that man's going far. Oh yeah, a lot of the guys at PPW I can see going really far. Bro Keller. I mean, he's doing amazing things. Action Andretti, of course, is doing amazing things.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Encore.
Encore. I don't know. Every time someone says encore, I think like encore. Do you want more? So like I don't really know.
Oh my goodness.
Kage. I'll tell you what, we have a couple new guys coming this month too. That hit us up from House of Glory. Raheem Royal, they call him the Captain of the Sky. He's debuting this month. Steve, I think his last name is Fuente or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. He's debuting this month. He's in the No Limits match. And also we have a new girl coming, Zeta Steele from MCW. She's going to be in the girls match. So, branching out a little bit, giving some people some chances and see if they're
super excited for the women's match. I remember I seen it. I texted Sabrina. I'm like, oh my God, did you see the match? And I was like, there's 2 stars in that match that I haven't seen since Hazelton. I was like, I'm so excited. More for Riley than Miranda, but.
You like Miranda because she's a heel.
No.
Riley's a heel too, though.
Sad part is like, I don't know, man, because my girl, her girl, it's Dina, which is on tomorrow. So like, it's hard. I'm more of like, I get to this point in women's matches where like I love to watch them wrestle and I love like the talent that they have, but it gets to a point in the match where I'm like, someone just pinned somebody already. Like y'all just look like you're just pulling each other's hair at this point. Like,
hey, no offense to the girls, but we've had some guys matches that me and Blackwell are saying somebody pinned somebody already. So it's not only the girls.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen those matches too where I look at Harley and I'm like, is someone just gonna get pinned already? Like I don't get it. Like
way too long.
It's fine.
Is there anyone that you wish to get for PPW? Like one person that you're so dominant to get or have?
One person that I always wanted to work with, and I did get to work with him on another show, is Ric Flair. I did do a show with Ric Flair. Actually, on my Twitter, that's my picture in the back, is him, Ric Flair, and I met him, I guess it was probably about 6 years ago down in Williamsport. Diamond Joe Rogers brought him in, and I got to host his podcast, his question and answer period thing he had, and it was great just to meet Ric Flair. He's probably my all-time favorite. I'd love to bring him to PPW, but you would have to have a real big venue for that because he's very expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he'd be somebody cool to work with. We're always looking for different people. I think he's one of the guys. My all-time favorite manager is Jim Cornette. I would love Jim Cornette to come on, and people hate him, but I would love him. But he doesn't do shows anymore, and he won't leave his house. So,
yeah. Do you think it's harder to get like WWE stars? Because like I think it's easier to get AEW stars because you can get them on.
Well, the WWE stars, if they're under contract, can't wrestle anywhere else but WWE.
Yeah.
So when they get released, they usually have a 90-day non-compete clause or a 60-day or even a 30-day for NXT. Oh my God. Speaking of thick, I just got a thick message. And these guys are weird. But the AEW guys, now some of them can do the indies, some can't, but right before, Jeff Hardy got himself in trouble, we'll pull back the curtain a little bit. Tony had the Hardy Boys booked for PPW.
Oh my God. My dad, Brandon, he was like, I'd buy the whole row. I'm like, you can't buy the whole row. He'd be like, I don't care. If the Hardy Boys come, I'm buying the whole row. I'm like, all right, you do you.
Can't wait for you to buy the YMCA. There you go. Yeah, well, we had some shows there at the Y, and it's a shame what happened there because that was a nice little venue, and we did a couple benefits for them, and so Mick Foley, Blackwell says we worked with Mick Foley. We had him in Hazleton. We had over 1,000. We had about 1,100 people there for Mick Foley. It was awesome years ago. I just actually was looking at the opening video to that. Ryan sent it to me the other day. Somebody wanted to see it, and just to see all the people there, and they went crazy when he came out. So there's a lot of people, and then as people get released from WWE or stuff like that, we're always trying to we always like to listen to whatever the fans want, but sometimes what the fans want is unattainable. Like we'll get people John Cena, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, okay.
Like maybe at some point, but it is expensive.
Yeah, I think I've only said to Harley, I said I think 2 people need to come back, and that was Holiday and Carter, because I know Holiday was supposed to come and then he got hurt.
I think Rich is hurt. Yeah, I think he's hurt right now. I haven't talked to him in a while. Carter has messaged me. He wants to come back, so we're trying to work out some days.
Let him come back.
We're trying to work out some days when he's available. We have to see.
I'll be available. I will call off of work. I will call in sick like that. No, I think I mean genuinely I've seen Cole Carter on AEW, and just like I just like the way he performs on there. And so when I saw he was coming to PPW, and I got really excited.
I see a glow in her eyes.
Her. Yeah. Oh my God. Every time she talks about him.
I wish he was a heel, man.
He can be. You can manage him.
2023.
You can manage him.
Let's go.
How many tickets can you sell? You
sweetheart.
sell us. There you go. She can be our salesperson.
Have you seen me? I'd be like, let's go. And then I walk out like, yeah, this is my man's right here.
And go right after Harley.
I feel so bad. He will never watch our podcast. Thank God. Because if he did, he'd be like,
I'm going to send it to Cole. I have a cell. I'll send it to him.
He'll be like, this girl's crazy.
Yeah, this girl's crazy about me. But
well, yeah, I will say, what was nice was when I was sick that show, one of the wrestlers, Kage, he's right there. He got a video of Cole saying like, "Hi Sabrina, wish you were here." That warmed my heart so bad just to hear him say my name. I was like, oh my
God. I asked him where you were that show. I remember you had the vid. You were out with the vid.
Yeah. Good old sicknesses, guys. Working in a nursing home is great.
That's what happens.
Yeah, but no, like, I mean, he's a cool dude. I would love to be his manager and go against. Well, there we go. Trevor said he'll go against him.
There you go. Book it.
2023. Let's go, guys.
Let's go. Trevor Kage, Cole Carter.
With Sabrina.
Falls count anywhere.
Listen, as long as I can walk Cole Carter down and be like, let's go, I'll be happy.
I want to ask you guys a question. What kind of match would you guys like to see at PPW? Steel cage, falls count anywhere? Because you guys seem like you could go off hinged, like unhinged. So what do you think?
I like
funny because he said unhinged, and I don't know. I'm tired.
I'm excited for the fans bring the weapon one. That's what I'm excited for.
I've been to MLW shows. Like I get a lot of my ideas from there a lot of the times. And I know that the last time I went to an MLW show, they had like so many good matches of like someone goes under the ring and a new person comes out. Like it's crazy. Micro Man came out. That's what it was.
Who the hell's Micro Man?
He's this little tiny guy. He's so tiny. He's a midget. And he is like honestly the best wrestler I've ever seen at MLW. Sorry, Holiday, but he is.
Blackwell says he wants a steel cage just to see if it fits.
Oh
so do I. It won't.
God, I know.
You can't find an 18-foot cage for an 18-foot ring.
There you go. Trevor saying Tony book it for Cole Carter and him.
You got to talk to Tony.
Remember, there was a show and I forgot who it was. I think it was like Baby Facade or someone. They were like, "Oh, next month is going to be a steel cage match," and I'm like, "How the heck are you?"
No, that was whatchamacall. That was Davey Richards that said that.
Yes,
I went in the ring and he goes, "Next month, I'll face you in a steel cage," and I just went, "Really? Where's that coming from?"
Yeah, the crowd was like, "What? How the heck you going to fit a cage in here?"
Oh my God. I could not even.
Oh, you'll be able to get it in signature. You'd be able to get his cage in there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because like I like
dog collar match. I hate dogs. No.
I would like a one-on-one with. I think we talked about this, like Facade and Trevor, because like they're both like Trevor has his like little where he's tricks. There you go. And Facade, I feel like that would be a good match. I don't know. Kage
going right for the belt. He's going right for the belt. No build up. You're putting him right in the main event.
Yeah, not just throw him to the wolves. You know.
That's what happened to Rembrandt. He was a champion for so long, and then he just got his title snagged from him.
Blackwell just popped me with that last one.
A dog collar match?
No, the one after that.
Oh, so I saw.
We already had one of them.
I saw a dog collar match at Smash Wrestling, and it was with Johnny Moran and someone else, and I loved that match for some reason because it's like they couldn't get they could only go so far from each other.
We were supposed to have one with Header. Header and Fox was supposed to be a dog collar match.
I remember that, yeah.
I don't know what happened. Somebody didn't get the dog collar. I have no idea.
I sent Ruda a picture of us live. He goes, "You're on now?" I'm like, "Yeah."
We got plans tonight. We can't be out doing it tonight.
That's right.
Imagine me and Paul Bowe just having an episode at freaking of Raw. We'd be like,
Where are you sitting at Raw tonight?
In the animal section on the floor.
What section?
I don't know. Hold on, let me pull.
I'll be in 106, so you can say hi.
I'll be on my couch, guys.
Right.
You should watch it. See if you see me. No, I got better things to do. I gotta watch Cole Carter.
Well,
It's section floor 2, row M. So
floor 2. All right, I'll be in 106. So anybody can stop by, see me. I'll be with my 2 kids, Alexander Bowe, Jonathan Bowe. We'll be sitting in 106.
Okie dokie.
That's opposite from camera side.
I
don't need to be on
sure
TV.
I'll get some pictures from Harley.
I was gonna say any upcoming shows, but we already know.
You already know.
Yeah.
Any upcoming shows, really? No.
Yeah, I know there's one this weekend.
Is there?
And tickets are still available. But I'll tell you what, this weekend tickets have been flying. Front row totally gone. General admission gone. We got second row and we got some third row. Fourth and fifth row's gone. We got a lot of seats sold, but tickets are selling fast. So if anybody's out there listening and wants to go, get your tickets online. And Harley, tell them where they can get them.
The PPW.
Come on.
Or from Pomo.
No, ppwwrestling.com/shop.
/shop.
Little known fact. Scott Fineout, who's no longer with us, which I really wish he was, Phil Bravado, he built our website, and Mitch was trained, Tom Mitchell, to maintain it. And that's who actually runs our website now is Tom Mitchell. I know enough to be dangerous. Like I know how to put products on there, and I do the mailings, the mailings that we do. I know how to do that, but that's about it. But shout out to Tom Mitchell. He's the one that keeps the website going, and the Twitter and the Facebook page, or not the Facebook page, the Instagram page. Facebook is a collaboration.
Okay, so that's what it makes sense, because when he has interviews, like, yeah, my match should be coming out later tonight. We'll see what happens on Instagram. That makes sense because he knew about it already.
Well, because I have to send it to him. I send it to him to post.
That's one match that we're going to talk about it on Friday more in depth, but that's one match that
preview. You guys are doing a preview show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead.
I suggested it to Harley, so I was like, Harley, come on. Like, we should probably predict it. We should predict what we think is going to happen, because Harley and I will sit here and we'll be like, we'll talk to each other about it, but instead of just talking to each other, let's put it out there.
That'd be good, yeah.
I think that we said Thursday we're gonna put it on our Instagram, a poll, so that all of our followers can.
We might have one or two more matches announced by then. One might change, and then there is one more. I'm waiting for a banner. So
actually, Friday,
Lucius Crow and Phil Insane will be in action.
Oh,
I just don't have the banner yet.
Creepy. He scares me.
That's who we can align you with them. But they have a girl manager, don't they? I think so. That girl that I think she came out with them. I don't remember.
Oh my god, I remember. Remember that girl that came out with that short dude with the pig mask guy? You were
them. Okay.
Standing there, I was like, "You tell her, Sabrina."
Well, no, okay, we're gonna just air it out right here. You know what manager I cannot stand, because I could do so much better, is Primal Fear's manager,
Delilah.
I could do so much better. I could take her.
No, we can't. No physical contact for her. She's injured. She can't have any contact.
Well, no, but like I'm just saying, like I literally tell Harley all the time, like Harley.
You know what you should do? You should dye your hair green like hers, and you could come out and we could switch each other. You know, you could
Green's
be like
not
a
my
long
color.
lost. Well, whatever. We could say like you guys were sisters or something, and they. Yeah, well, you never know. We can think of something.
Listen, I'm gonna send this podcast to Cole Carter, and him and I are gonna start talking about being a manager and wrestler. Yeah, are you kidding me? He will never see me. I am nobody. Okay, I don't have those kind of followers.
You'll get those followers.
Absolutely.
Actually, Friday is going to be me, Sabrina, Anthony Blackwell, my dad, Brandon, and if Sabrina gets anyone, then
how'd Blackwell weasel his way on? How's he on here?
Huh?
Because he's always here.
Well, he's the podfather. That's why. He's the podfather.
Exactly.
You know what's funny is I can hear, like last month, all I hear is y'all's commentary over in the section over there. And I'm like, y'all are a loud bunch over there.
We're very loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then but you make it interesting. Because you made eye contact with me last month, and I went, "Oh, here he goes." And I
made sure I came over right when I announced coming out. I came over and sat by you guys, and you guys were going crazy because Harley was screaming in my ear.
Look, Brandon and I had this thing last month where who was it? Andretti came out and was like, and Andretti looked over our section, and I went, "Oh my God, Brandon, he looked at me. Oh my God, he looked at me." And Brandon's like, "Oh my God, no, girl, he did not look at you." I was like, "Yeah, he totally did." Like we were going total fangirls over in that section.
Did you guys have Cardin on yet?
Not yet. He's actually. Let me see. He's on.
Oh boy, Jeff Cardin.
Oh, the ref.
Oh, you need to interview him. He's got some big problems. Yeah, you could ask him when you do bring him on. When you bring him on,
the 21st.
When you bring him on, you need to ask him what he says to me in the ring that no one hears every single show. But I got him back at the Impact pay-per-view, live on pay-per-view. I made him bust out laughing right in front of the camera. So I got him back. But you could just ask him.
All right.
He got issues.
So Ruda wants me to tell everybody, he says, "What's up?"
I love Ruda. Tommy's a good guy. We're going to miss him this month.
I know. He told me that, and I literally told Harley, I was like, well, guess I'm not rooting for championship material, because like the only time I root for them is for Ruda. Or anytime I root for Mecca, it's for Ruda.
What if they lose? What if they lose?
Oh my God.
Listen, if they lose and Tom Mitchell wins, I'll still be happy because Tom Mitchell is one of my friends. So
Tom Mitchell, he's great. But Johnny Moran, I just got like this thing. Like last month,
he has a black eye now. It's Johnny Patch Eyes.
I got to go on that note. No, I'm kidding.
No, I booed him last month. Serena's like,
I know.
You booed Johnny Moran?
Yeah. Johnny Moran last month.
He's all American baby face. He's an all American guy.
No. I stand.
I want him to be a heel so bad.
Blackwell's killing me. He's killing me. Gordon's missing a toe. We know that.
Random facts of the day.
Yeah, Blackwell posted it. Yeah, so if Blackwell posted it,
Moran is a bum. I feel like Moran plays the nice guy a little too well. I think he needs to play the heel.
Yeah,
for sure. He needs to turn on Mitchell at some point.
Well,
not yet.
Mitch isn't going to turn his back on him.
Well, I know Mitch won't, but there's no question on if Johnny would.
Do you really think he's going to?
I have a feeling. I have a gut feeling. I think it's not even a feeling. I think it's a hope.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
I like to see when tag teams turn on each other, especially like on WWE or AEW. Like it's exciting. Like it's like, oh shoot, they were friends and now they're foes. Whoa.
No, yeah.
Because wasn't Holiday on MLW? Wasn't Holiday and Hammerstone like a tag team?
He was with MJF and he was with Hammerstone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he turned against him, and then he had Hammerstone's blood on his jacket, which He was wearing the dried up blood the next show that I went to.
Wearing
And I
a
was like,
white
"You're
jacket.
disgusting."
Most times when you see someone wear white, there's usually going to be blood. It's usually a pretty good indication.
Great. I can already say
Except when
blood.
they're ringing out there has a white shirt on. He's not bleeding unless I fall on the steps, which that can happen.
Blood actually, okay, maybe it's because of my field that I work in, but blood excites me. So like blood in the last show, I was like, yes. Harley's over here
right
going,
in front of me. It was disgusting.
Harley was like, I was like, oh yeah, keep him going. Get him.
Yeah, I was in the back for that fiasco.
No, oh my god, my friend Gray, she usually like always sits with me. Last month, that's when we were sitting front row, me and her, and she goes and says, "I think it's fake." I'm like, "Oh, he's just fake bleeding," and she's like,
"No, he hit his head off the rail. He hit his head off the railing." Yeah, that happens.
Anthony says Primal Fear for champs.
I could get behind that.
I could. Well, okay, I could. I'm a huge Adrian fan. I love his hair. It's the hair.
We were in Philadelphia at this video game convention, and they had wrestling there, like cosplay wrestling. And he came out dressed as who was he, Alexander? Soriano. He came from the guy from Mortal Kombat, I think he was. Who? Yeah, that's what's his name? Liu Kang. Liu Kang. He came up dressed as him. He looked awesome. Like I was standing there watching. He came over and he saw me in the crowd. He didn't know I was there, so he came over and gave me a big hug. Like people are just like, "Who the hell are you?" It was pretty funny. And then the first match, they had Spider-Man wrestling. What's that guy's name from Mario Brothers? He's in the purple. Wario. Waluigi. Whoever that is. So Spider-Man's wrestling, and I said, that has to be Chris Slade. And it was. It was Chris Slade, which was Spider-Man costume. It was great. It was funny.
Interesting. So, you know what's funny? I've never actually had a full-on conversation with any Primal Fear people because I've been like, I felt like I get nervous to talk to some of the wrestlers. Like Alpha, I will never talk to. I get nervous. Like he makes me nervous.
I love
he makes me nervous. Like he's bigger than me. So like it's a fear thing. And then like Primal Fear, like they're always like a pack. So I'm like, I feel like if I just go up to Adrian, and be like, hey, can I get a picture? The rest of them are like, look at me weird. It's a thing. And I need to really get over that. Like I'll go to anyone.
You guys love Rembrandt.
I love Rembrandt.
You guys do. Him and I have a feud. Rembrandt have a feud.
Rembrandt and I like actually met each other a lot more through the podcast, and he's been
super
a really good friend ever since. Like it's great. Like doing these podcasts, I think at first we were picking people like that we knew we've had a conversation with. Like it was comfortable. And then last week, who was that one? Who was the one that we did last week? I have all my dates mixed up right now.
Cosmic. Didn't you have Cosmic on?
No, she was too sadly. Hold on. We had Brando Lee.
Brando Lee, and like I've had a lot of conversations with Brando. She hasn't, so it was kind of like putting her out of her element too. Yeah, and Cosmic was going to be out of my element because I've never actually. So like we're trying to get out of the. We're also trying to get like not just PPW people now, like other things. Like I've gone to Smash.
Hey.
But no, like me and my little man that dresses up every. What?
Your little man, Gavin,
my little man. I see him everywhere I go. So like I went to Smash, he's at Smash. Like he's doing so many amazing things there too. And so he came to me at Smash and he was like, you should get some of these guys. And I was like, I would love to, but Harley doesn't know those people yet. But some of them are coming to UCW.
Right.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to like get to know them, because like Skylar Kincaid, he's gonna. Yeah.
Paul Bo will be. Don't forget, Paul Bo will be there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Will he? Because like I haven't seen him on like a flyer or anything.
Who's that?
Right, I haven't seen him on a flyer.
Yeah, I'm helping them out when they need help. Yeah, I'm going to help those guys out if they need help. It's only right by my house, so whatever. But anyway, we can make you guys the official PPW podcast since we don't do it anymore. So maybe we could brand you as that.
We'd love to.
Brand me as that. Brand me as a heel. Brand me as anything you want.
We're getting you guys all signed up. Blackwell said he got unbooked. Why?
Harley, you're gonna have to run the podcast
He
though when I
got
become a
unbooked.
heel.
Not by myself.
Because nobody's gonna want to listen to me once I'm a
Trevor,
heel.
if you're nice to me, I'll help you out. If you're nice to me. He said he wants to get booked. I'll see what I can do. I would get Blackwell back on. He got unbooked. I don't know how. I'll have to look more into this.
We'll have a
Silly
full
me.
episode. It's coming.
The fact that like I said Harley, like no one's gonna want to have me on this podcast once I'm a heel.
He
Like,
said he
if
asked
you
for
want
pay.
Rudolph,
Does he notice
you
his
can do it.
wrestling?
Oh yeah, people watched Ruda on this podcast. They're
Getting
gonna
Rembrandt.
watch me. It's fine.
I don't understand the problem with Rembrandt. He's a nice guy.
Would you
Look,
have
Brandon's
Harley and
lobbying.
Serena
Brandon's
do a
trying to be your
podcast
agent
on
right now.
PPW?
You see that? Brandon's
Huh?
trying to be your agent. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We got to get Sabrina in the ring first, and then we'll worry about it.
He's our bodyguard.
She
Can
can be our
my,
interviewer.
can my first match be against Ruda? I can take him.
Well, you can't wrestle Delilah.
No,
Delilah's out.
but I feel like I can take Ruda. He's gonna kill me. So I'm gonna tell him after this podcast.
How about
everything I said.
Rembrandt? Rembrandt's been wrestling ladies.
Yeah.
It was-
Yeah, Rembrandt
my
could-
money's
By
my
a
money's-
child.
No children in the ring. You have to be 18. We're not getting sued by the state.
Tell your
Good thing I'm 26, guys.
You got to stay outside the ring, hard. You can't get in the ring.
No,
hard.
no, what they're referring to me. I said he got beat by a child that match.
Oh, yeah.
Not me. I would never wrestle Rembrandt. Never. Maybe Sabrina, but not
So what
Rembrandt.
time you going up to Raw?
As soon as she's in
Actually-
here.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done here. Well,
No,
probably.
not early. I'm not leaving till about 6. What time does it start? 7:30?
Yeah.
I think so.
Doors open at 6.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand in line.
Open at 6.
I'll be in section 106. You guys come over and say hi. Even Sabrina isn't coming.
Yeah, so we'll sneak her
Sabrina's
in.
not coming. Sabrina doesn't even have tickets. Like I don't know what you're saying. Sabrina's got to go to a meeting at work. Like
On 2 hours of sleep.
And 2 hours of sleep.
It's literally going to be a meeting about everyone complaining about everything because apparently First Shift likes to complain about everybody.
Welcome to the corporate world. That's what I deal with every day of my life.
So it's great. And then I'm going to probably come home and watch some videos on Cole Carter.
There you go. You
Actually,
guys
no.
got anything else here? Anything else for me? Any other questions? No more?
I don't have no more.
Literally, I think you were the hardest person to come up with
Why?
questions for. Because like we can't be like, so what's your favorite match that you've been in? Because like you haven't been in it. Actually,
What was the what? What'd you say? What was it? What did you just ask me? Go ahead, say that again. I didn't hear you. I was reading the thing. What was what?
what has your favorite match been so far at PPW this year?
Oh, this year?
Oh, Jesus. That's a tough one.
My
well,
favorite
I can tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. The matches between Davey Richards and Casey Navarro were incredible.
they were intense.
That's
Action
the day I would
Andretti,
say.
Action Andretti and Rich Swann was probably my favorite match. I didn't even call that match because I was running around like a nut. But that was probably my favorite match. But Davey Richards probably has a bunch of the top 5. Same thing with Casey. Action Andretti's match with Swann was unbelievable.
Yes, it was.
VSK and Richards Blackwell says, I did not see that match. I was tending to someone that was arguing about something about their seat or something. So I did not get to see that. But I'm sure it was good. But yeah, there's been a ton of them. It's hard to pick just one, but so, and we are closing in. Here's another thing, girls, to note on your calendar. If everything goes as planned, and I have to get Tom Mitchell on this because he's my official counter. I believe PPW's 100th show will be in April. I believe. I have to check with him.
That'll be
That's a
exactly
big
a
thing.
year that I've been coming, guys.
Yeah, I think it's April. He said that's 100 shows. That's a lot of shows,
Seriously.
And in all the years of running, I think we only ever canceled 4 shows ever because of weather. I think there's only ever been 4 in 9 years. That's pretty good.
Harley, our birthday's in February, so me and Harley already said we're coming to
Which
PPW
birthday?
for our birthdays.
February what?
Mine's the 9th.
Mine's the 22nd.
My son's is the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
So all February birthdays.
Oh God, I'll be 27, guys. Oh God,
You're getting old.
I'll be 16. I get to drive.
Oh my God, poor Brandon.
Let me know when you get your license, and I will get rid of my car. Okay, I'll take my private jet everywhere instead. Thank you.
Right.
I can't see you driving, Harley. I see you like sitting on a phone book, like so you're high enough, and then I see you just like driving 10 and 2.
I'm not that short.
And I see Brandon sitting like this in the passenger seat, holding on for life. Well, let me tell you something. When I taught my son how to drive, my older son, I was scared for my life in the car. We were turning up by Lowe's the one day, up by Applebee's.
Yeah.
And the 2 lanes go like this. Well, he was in the far lane, and he just kept going, and the car kept getting closer and closer to me on the side. And I was like, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. But it gets better. Now he's going to be 21 this month. And I'm not afraid to drive with him anymore. So I'm not very good to teach.
My mom's the nervous passenger. So when I first started learning to drive, it was, oh my God, Mom, stop. Like the car's like, I could fit like 2 cars between us. Like, I don't know what you're doing here.
Well, I can see Sabrina being a lead foot and probably drives about 90 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. And like, I have this really bad thing. And like, where I will be at a stoplight. Harley knows because I've been on the phone with her. I'll be at a stoplight and I'll like text real quick, and then I'll put it back. She's like, Sabrina, get off the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to die. Don't be texting and driving.
Mr. Blackwell, in response to your question about icons, I believe so. However, Paul Ball will not be there. I have 2 basketball games that day, so I cannot make the icons event on December.
I love 7th. How Paul Beau talks about himself in third person.
Yeah, right.
That's like me saying, well, Sabrina feels as though...
Well, that could be your gimmick, part of your gimmick. Sabrina feels that you should be in the ring with you next month at PPW 100 so I can wipe that smile off
your face.
Bitch face. You'll say witch face because you can't say bitch.
I know.
See that?
That's,
you have to stop smiling. You have to.
I'll be like, I know. Or I can make that like a gimmick. I'd be like, see, this is how I think of things. So Sabrina thinks that you should go, Mr. Akage should go against Cole Carter next month so I can walk that stupid smile off your face. I'll figure it out.
We need you to have a catchphrase.
I know.
And I think it should be, I'm going to knock that smile right off your...
Witch face.
Right, you say witch.
Right off your witch face.
Yeah, and you say it like that, like you're from the hood. Yeah.
I say it very sarcastically too. Like, I feel like my character would be very sarcastic as well, because that's just me in general. I could just be myself for this character, guys.
You don't even need to be a character.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, nobody wants to listen to me for more than an hour, right?
Yeah. No.
You guys usually cap your show at an hour because we're closing in.
Resting witch face. Anthony Blackwell just said that is another t-shirt idea.
T-shirt. Yep.
I'm gonna get all my t-shirt ideas from this podcast right here, guys. So
I'll be your marketing guy. I'm a good marketing guy. We'll think it resting witch face with a picture of you like this, but not with the middle finger up. We'll have it crossed out.
Yeah.
Something like that. But then we can't be kid friendly, so we might not be able to do that. But resting witch face, I like that. Blackwell's on to something.
I could be dressed in like black or something. I gotta really.
You have to be in black if you're a witch.
Yeah.
What witch do you know that doesn't dress in black?
I know ones that dress in green, but the green's already taken with Primal Fear's lady.
The witch from the Wizard of Oz had a green face, but she dressed in black. And what was her dog's name? Tatum? What was the dog's
Toto.
name? Toto. Same thing. Tatum, Totem. What's the difference?
Oh, I like that.
There, Dog A just had another one.
Yes, I'll slap the witch out of you.
See that? We're on to something here.
You heard it here, folks. It's gonna happen.
2023.
2023. All right, listen. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Whenever you want me back, I'm just a phone call away.
Next time we should get you and Anthony.
Yeah, that'll be
Tony or Blackwell.
No, McKeegan.
Oh yeah, we'll be on together. Yeah, we'll come on.
All right. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow at
Friday.
Who's your guest tomorrow?
Adina.
Oh, Adina, that's good. You guys should have Schindler on. Have Scott Schindler on.
We're working on so many right now. We're working on Moran, Holiday. We're
Well,
working on
if you need anybody on, if you need to talk to anybody, you want Griffin or anybody, let me know. I'll make sure they come on.
Cole Carter.
Well, Cole Carter, I don't know. He's not a PPW roster
I
member,
know.
so
He's my PPW roster
If I had $1 for every time she brought up Cole Carter, I'd probably have $1,000.
I know. Oh my god.
I'm hoping I can just manifest his name and like I'll like look at Instagram later and he'll be like, "Hey,
you talked about me."
You talked about me.
You talked about
Okay, guys.
All right. Hey.
We'll see you tomorrow for a Gina Steele at what time?
7 p.m.
And don't forget, go to ppwwrestling.com. Get your tickets this weekend. It's
/shop.
Saturday, November 12th. Guess who's coming to town? It's former Ring of Honor champion and current AEW star Dalton Castle and also Serpentico. And when you guys never saw the guy with the pizza, Luigi, you're going to be amazed. Luigi Primo, it's going to be hysterical. I don't get it, but hey, listen, a lot of people will like it. Come meet them. Meet and greet starts at 5 o'clock. Bell time is 7 o'clock. I'll be there. Blackwell will be there. Joe Davis will be there. McKeegan will be there. We'll all be there.
I'll be there.
Guys to be there. Brandon will be there. Kage will be there. Maybe Kage will win the No Limits belt. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Did I just say that? Oh, maybe.
I guess we'll find out on Friday for our predictions.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.